Nonprofits prepare for one of their biggest outreach efforts of the year. At Interfaith Outreach, March is Prevent Hunger Month, and it's asking for your help to make sure people in our area have enough to eat. The food shelf hopes to raise $200,000 and collect 100,000 pounds of food by the end of March. That's the same goal they met last year, and they say with enough help, they can do it again. Interfaith says it can buy $9 worth of food for every $1 that's donated, so financial help goes a long way. Workers say the need for hunger relief is growing.
We're seeing an increased need in the community. Last year, more people throughout the state visited food shelves than any time in our history in our state. And at this food shelf, we actually distributed 1 million pounds of food to neighbors in our community.
Interfaith says it serves more than 4,000 people through its food shelf every year. If you'd like to help, you can check their website at iocp.org. For Black History Month, we are highlighting local trailblazers. Reporter Meredith Hackler introduces us to a Brooklyn Center woman who is helping those in need all over the world.
Poverty is everywhere. It's not only in Africa. Here in this community, a lot of poverty going on.
Elizabeth Falume is originally from Togo, Africa, and immigrated to the United States in 2011. She knows firsthand what orphans and widows go through on a daily basis.
I was raised with a single family, only my mom, and I lost my dad very early age. So that affected my life, the whole life, educational, emotionally.
She never thought she'd start a nonprofit, but that's what she did last December. She created Give Justice to Orphans and Widows, otherwise known as the GJOW Foundation. Elizabeth takes donations of clothing and shoes and gives them to people in need, not only in Brooklyn Center, but also in parts of Africa.
Sometimes people just call me, can you come and pick the stuff? Sometimes I have to go with my car, or I called some of my assistants. They have pickup. They came and we go together to pick the stuff.
And the people who help Elizabeth say she's helped change their life too.
Elizabeth, she's probably one of my best friends. She helped change my life in a lot of ways, and now I'm helping her in a lot of different directions. It's a wonderful thing to witness her come from Africa to here and to succeed.
Paul has known Elizabeth for about 8 years, and he says her faith is what drives her to give back.
She does nothing without prayer. She does nothing without seeking God's advice. She's driven by that.
And she says being driven is what a person needs to follow in her footsteps of faith.
Doing that kind of stuff, that have to be a call for you. If you don't have this kind of call, you can't do it.
In Brooklyn Center, Meredith Hackler, CCX News.
Elizabeth is trying to raise funds to buy a van for the foundation so they can transport more clothing. You can find out more about the organization by visiting our website, ccxmedia.org. Some young athletes from the northwest suburbs had a chance to play baseball on President's Day. No, they didn't travel to Arizona or Florida. Instead, they were in Blaine attending a popular camp. Here's Eric Nelson.
If you're a baseball player in the frozen north, cabin fever is setting in. Area fields are covered with ice and snow, and your chances to play are extremely limited. But thanks to the Minnesota Twins, playing ball in February recently became a reality. That's because the Twins conducted one of their youth camps indoors in Blaine.
So in 1 second, you guys are going to be heading over to Bunton.
The cavernous National Sports Center turned into a field of dreams, and there was a record turnout.
Man, 183 kids on a Monday at 10 o'clock. I'll take that all the time.
The young ball players came from all over the Minnesota map, including the northwest suburbs.
I haven't played baseball for a while. It's really nice to get back.
Aiden Steele plays for the Osseo Maple Grove Storm. He and his pals had a blast.
I've been looking forward to this ever since my dad signed me up. Yeah, and coming here with friends is even better.
For Aiden and the other campers,
yeah, I'm having a great time.
The day was about having fun and learning the game. It was a baseball cram session smack dab in the middle of winter.
Go ahead, square around.
I'm learning a lot of things. I'm hoping to make a higher team this year now that I'm learning more. Maybe make AAA.
There were 9 stations at the sports center,
Sliding was fun.
and the players did everything.
How to be a catcher and block it better.
From batting to fielding to throwing, the twins covered all the bases.
So if each kid could learn 1 or 2 things in the 5 hours to take away and use maybe in spring tryouts or maybe use this summer, we're happy with that.
The kids even picked up some useful bunting tips.
I learned how to bunt in that if you squeeze the bat at the end, that you can make the bunt go farther and that you got to tilt it and you can't tip your bat.
Christian Dull plays for the Brooklyn Park Athletic Association. He thinks the camp will elevate his game.
It's going to help me improve getting better at hitting and fielding.
Well, we told the kids today that we're trying to do the same things that Baldelli's doing today. The only problem is it's 85 and outside. But none of the kids seem to mind that.
In Blaine, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
The Twins youth training camps are run by Eric Lovedahl, who is also a batting practice pitcher for the team. The Armstrong High School Marching Band is already looking forward to a cold weather escape for next winter. This week, Armstrong Marching Band members found out they have been accepted to perform 3 times in Florida on winter break next year. They will march in the Magic Kingdom Parade on December 28th, then in the Outback Bowl Parade on New Year's Eve, as well as the Outback Bowl halftime show on New Year's Day. As these pictures show, the Armstrong Band has been on trips like this before. This will be the 5th time in school history that the band will go to Disney.
The Cooper girls basketball team aimed at repeating as Metro West Conference champions this season. The Hawks moved into the conference lead last week by beating Chaska and getting some help from Bloomington Kennedy, who also beat Chaska. The Kennedy Eagles came to Cooper for a key game this week. Cooper takes the early lead as Sierra Lynch drives into the lane and hits the runner to make it 7-3 Hawks. But Kennedy goes on a run. Destiny Oberg delivers a nice pass inside to Zaria March for the bucket, and the Eagles lead it 17-13. Kennedy uses the inside game well. Oberg gets the pass inside and makes a nice move to score 2 of her 17 points. Kennedy leads at 26-24 at the half. Second half, and Kennedy misses the layup, but the rebound is tracked down by Victoria Miller. Miller realizes she's left wide open and hits the baseline jumper for a 32-26 Kennedy lead. Cooper picks up the pace though. Jayla Relaford speeds up court and whips the pass to Drea Tribble for 3 of her 18 points. That ties the game up at 38-38. Quick passing leads to a hoop inside for Arthel Massaquoi, and Cooper goes up 44-41 in a good battle. Aja Wheeler penetrates and then finds the open shooter Tribble for 3 more. Cooper goes up by 6 on this hoop. And Wheeler helps Cooper seal a big win with 2 of her 12 points as the 5th-ranked Hawks secure the conference title, the 59-53 win. Maranatha Christian Academy's 12-game winning streak in girls basketball was broken by Heritage last weekend in the MCAA Conference Championship game. The Mustangs look to return to their winning ways when they hosted Mayer Lutheran. First half, and the Mustangs work the ball to an open Brianna Smeestead, and she cans a 3 from the corner. MCA goes up early 9-0. Maranatha's Kay Barth Lofton does a nice job catching up with this lob pass and putting it in for 11 points in the game for the senior. Izzy Flory with 1 dribble on the baseline, then kicks it out to Macy Smith for a good look, and she hits for 3. Maranatha takes a 29-19 lead into halftime. Second half, and the Crusaders staying in it. Morgan Shimoleski with a 3 to pull Mayer Lutheran back to within 7. But Maranatha holds its lead throughout. They force a turnover, and Smeestead converts the basket and is fouled. She finishes with 21 points. Late in the game, a great pass from Izzy Flory to Smith for the layup. Maranatha wins 57-51 to improve to 18-7. Hopkins and St. Louis Park are a co-op program for girls hockey. The boys teams from those high schools, though, are section rivals, and they met up in an opening round game in the 6AA tournament. On a power play, Hopkins strikes as Henry Sweeney pulls up and feeds it to Jack Slattery. His first try is blocked, but he follows up to score the first goal of the game It's 1-0 Royals in the second. A turnover cost St. Louis Park as Thomas Gozic goes to a knee but gets the pass to Sam Haberman for the shot and goal. The Royals go up 2-0 into the second intermission. In period 3, Sweeney carries it up the left side and puts the shot away. It looks like Hopkins is on the way to an easy win with a 3-0 lead. But not so fast. A bad turnover costs the Royals. Drew Boyum buries the shot to pull the Orioles within 3-1. McCabe Dvorak emerges from the corner and zips a shot in for another unassisted goal for Park, and they are within 3-2. And they fight back to get the tie. The pass gets over to the right wing, and Austin Amelsi buries the shot. It's 3-3, and this goes to overtime. In OT, Hopkins kills off 2 penalties, then they get a 3-on-1, and Gozic scores the game winner as Hopkins wins a wild one 4-3. They were eliminated Thursday in the quarterfinals by Edina. And we'll have more on section hockey, plus Maple Grove and Breck State girls hockey trips, and section wrestling and boys swimming beginning Monday on our Sports Jam show on CCX. It airs at 3:30, 6:30, and 9:30 p.m. Monday through Wednesday. That's all for sports. More news in just a moment.